Myra asks, how do you get started with online prospecting? Great question. So one of the things that Eric Worre had me share at one of his GoPro events like years and years ago, when there were, I was there when he had like 200 people in the room. And he asked me, it's funny, I'll tell you a little bit about law of attraction or whatever you want to call it. I was there, he invited me to come to this event, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, man, this is such a great event. I'm like, man, I wish I was speaking on stage. That would be like super cool. He texts me in the morning and says, hey man, can you get up on stage and share a couple things? I'm like, yeah. And so that morning I went on there, and that video I believe is on my blog somewhere. But I went on there and I shared that there's two categories of building your business. There's prospecting, which is what every company teaches. Okay, every company teaches you to prospect. And but the second category is marketing. Here's the difference. Prospecting is passive, prospecting is active. That's where you're reaching out to an individual. Cold market, warm market, online, offline, whatever, right? You're reaching out to an individual, you're causing a conversation. So it could be an email message, it could be a Facebook message, it is one-on-one. Marketing is where you're doing something you hope an unnamed individual reacts or responds to it. So that could be a blog post, could be a video, could be a status update, could be an ad. All of those things, you don't know who's going to respond to it, but you hope someone does. So to get started prospecting online, number one, my suggestion is don't raise resistance. So if you're going to be prospecting on Facebook, analyze your Facebook profile and ask yourself, would you want to be prospected by you? If you have a ton of company images and you're making all these income guarantees and you're hypey and salesy, then chances are you're going to reach out to somebody on social media. They're going to look at your profile and say, no thanks, right? If you're gossipy, if you're negative, if you're posting, curse words and if you're just negative, you're prospecting, you will think, man, am I doing something wrong with my prospecting? And you're not. You're doing something wrong with your marketing. You're doing something wrong with your actual profile. So make sure your profile isn't offensive, negative, salesy, pitchy. That's why I tell you guys, don't just hammer your company name on your Facebook profile or on any social media, because it comes across as pitchy. And then when you prospect, you're losing the battle before you even start. So that'd be number one. If you're going to be prospecting using social media, look at your profile. Is it hypey? Is it pitchy? Is it a bunch of coupons? Is it negative? Or is it you moaning and groaning about your ex-boyfriend? Is it you complaining about politics and things like that? If it is, you're going to hamper your prospecting ability. If you want to step it up a notch, okay, step one, do no harm, right? It's the Hippocratic or whatever oath that doctors take. Do no harm. You do no harm by not having negative things or crappy things on your profiles. If you want to step it up a notch, add value. So when someone looks at my profile, they see, wow, this guy does some good blogs. He does some periscopes. He does some podcasts. He pumps a lot of content into the marketplace. This guy's a hustler, man. So I come in with an advantage. So, that's if you want to step it up. Now, some people won't. Some people just won't create content despite what they see, what we've created through free content, right? I mean, we've built our business on the backbone of free content. It's crazy, but people won't do it, right? That's okay. So this would be an optional. An optional would be add value. Do something educational. If you are wanting to attract, vegetarians, then do videos about vegetarian recipes or vegan recipes or, things of that nature. Think about the person you're trying to attract. What problems do they suffer with that you can help solve? How can you help them achieve their goals? What are their goals, etc.? And create content around that. Next, now after those two suggestions, now we can get to prospecting. Number one, never send an unsolicited link. So when you start prospecting somebody, don't say, hey, check my thing out. Never do that. I'm telling you, we are now trained in this digital age that we live in. We look at our messages and we scroll. We look, okay, is there a link? there's a link. No thanks. People won't even read your message now. If it has a link in it, most people won't even read your message. But if we scan it and there's no link, it's like, okay, let me read this. Let me see. It's still with a skeptical eye. It's like how you open your mail. You open your mail over the garbage, don't you? You look at it and you're like, is this sales message? Let me throw it away. Okay. Is this, spam? Is that what they call mail? No, junk mail, right? Do they call junk mail spam? I don't know. But, is this junk mail? Yeah. We now look at our messages on social media the same way we look at our mail. We do it over a garbage can. And so if you're sending a link, hey, check out my video. Hey, I just got started in this new opportunity. Hey, I think you'd be a great fit for it. And there's a link, most people, they're going to trash it. And they're not even going to read it. So you're like, man, what did I say wrong? It's not what you said. It's what you sent. It's what you sent. Okay? So don't send an unsolicited link. Build some rapport, but don't take forever. Okay? I like, complimenting someone. You're never going to go wrong with complimenting. Okay? Compliment somebody and bring up your business. Say, hey, I'm reaching out to you because you seem like you're a sharp individual. I saw the comment you made on Robert Kiyosaki's image, and, I really resonated with it. I really liked it. By the way, I'm constantly reaching out to sharp individuals. I have a project where I work with a lot of people just like you. I'd love to chat with you about it. It may or may not be a fit for you. Okay? That's it. And you start the conversation. You're seeing who is open. You're seeing who goes to that next step. Notice I did not say the name of the company. I didn't say the name of the opportunity. I didn't promise any income. And I didn't give them a link. Okay? Very basic. And I see where it goes from there. Now, I'm not addicted. If they don't respond to me, I literally won't even know because I'm on to the next one. I'm looking for who is going to respond to me. And that's one of the problems is I think, too many people, they'll send a message and they'll sit there. They'll be like, they haven't responded yet. Refresh. Oh man, they haven't responded. I don't know what's going on. Upline, I sent a message today and they didn't respond. Why haven't they responded? And upline's like, oh God. Maybe prospect another person, right? Maybe two, okay? So don't be addicted to the outcome. If they respond, awesome. Communicate with them. If they don't worry about it, all right?